call us at the office, let us know I'm going in the hospital so-and-so day so we can send somebody out to visit you. One sister called one time, and she called me. She had my number, and I know her. And she said, you know, Reverend Porter, it's just a shame that y'all got so-and-so and so over there going to y'all church and they losing their house. And I said, hold it, boo. Don't nobody know they losing their house. I go to church here. These are my brothers and my sisters. We love each other, and we wouldn't let nobody be in a situation that they couldn't handle. That's a body. That's a family. The body, every joint supply what the other one lacketh. And so we, with that crook, goes and grabs all the sheep that have gone astray. There was a pastor, he recently died, but you know, he took his church van to the club. And when he got to the door of the club, the bouncer said, "You're going to have to pay your money." He said, I'm not here to dance. I'm only here to get what's mine. Walked up into the DJ booth, looked out over the crowd and said, "Come, come." Now, it's Bible, because the Bible say that the sheep know their shepherd's voice and another they will not follow. And they had the church bands outside. The mothers were already sitting in the van with that anointed oil, prayed up, speaking in tongues. So as soon as they got on the van, they just laid hands on them. And that's what the hook is for. The hook is to grip and pull back those sheep that have gone astray. We don't kill sheep. We don't eat sheep. If you know anything about agrarian culture, and if you know anything about sheep herders don't eat sheep unless it's a special occasion. They don't have lamb every night because they got all them sheep out there. They eat mostly vegetarian things. They eat lots of cheese and feta that comes from the sheep, but they don't eat the sheep. They shear the sheep for the wool, but they don't eat the sheep. So next you have the cope. The cope originally was so long that they had to have 2 altar boys to carry the cope behind the bishop. We've shortened it now for modern times. But the cope symbolizes the bishop's pastoral covering in covering his sheep from the coldness of the nighttime. Some people cold at night and lonely at night because they ain't got no covering. Not because you ain't got no man, boo. It's just because you ain't got no covering. You think it's a man, it's covering. He covers the sheep. Now, I'm only saying this because this is what the enemy uses to try to mess us up when we're on the verge of vision. It's paying me because, you know, I've laid in my bed at night and I've kind of been pained about it, because you must understand this as I'm closing. The palace is the vision of God. It will come to pass whether I see it or whether you see it. That's right. I'm sorry to have to tell you. Somebody has to speak the truth to you. Yeah. It's the vision and the plan and the purpose of God. It will come to pass. Yeah. But just like the promised land was the vision, the plan, and the purpose of God, we decide whether we see it. We can decide that we're going to see it, or we can decide that some future generation is going to see it. It's simply a choice that we have to make. Because I love prophecy, but sometimes when you get too many prophecies, you get so focused on the future that you don't think you got to do nothing today. You're so focused on what the Lord going to do for you tomorrow to let the Lord say your husband coming in 2 weeks. So since he ain't coming but 2 weeks later, you ain't going to take no shower. You ain't going to do your hair. You ain't going to get your nails done. You ain't going to iron your clothes. No, because you're future minded. But there's an action that the Lord is calling for us to have. today. Something that the Lord is leading us to do, because it's always about action. You got faith to believe the word, but you don't got faith to move. And faith without works is dead. He's calling for us to do something. Please don't let anyone steal your heart and sidetrack you from the vision. Remember that the shepherd doesn't treat you like a hireling. The shepherd is in it for the long haul. The hireling is just a one-night stand. In the morning when you open your eyes and when you get a little older, he's going to be gone. But let's follow the shepherd. Bow your heads.